Sara Haines called out her rude co-hosts. She had enough during the latest broadcast of The View. Find out what sparked this reaction in her. The View co-host gets dramatic. Earlier this week, The View panel discussed President Joe Biden's State of the Union address. They had a lot to say, and so they kept speaking over one another. Sara Haines tried to share her own input. However, she kept getting interrupted by her co-hosts. During the broadcast, she called them out for their rude behavior. Sara got dramatic and said she was being killed during the segment. She was repeatedly interrupted by her fellow co-hosts. The panel talked about whether Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene will receive repercussions for her behavior. She heckled President Biden and made comments. Joy Behar kept interrupting Sara Haines during the conversation. Later, they talked about the discussion between New York Representative George Santos and Utah Senator Mitt Romney. Once again, Joy steamrolled Sara as she spoke. Whoopi Goldberg jumped in and took note of George's tweet, which mentioned that Mitt will never be president. If he ran for president after this time of people like George Santos, he might have won, Sara Haines shared. She tried to make another point. Joy spoke over Sara as she tried to make her point. She then apologized and said, "I'm sorry." Sara admitted, "I'm being killed today." Joy kept apologizing and allowed her to speak her thoughts. "Let me just get my 2 cents in," Sara Haines sternly said to Joy and the rest of the panel. She was able to explain the rest of her point. This isn't the first time that Sara has struggled to get in a word edgewise on the show. She's called out her co-hosts before for interrupting her, but they haven't learned since. Sara Haines falls flat on live television. Back in December 2022, Sara Haines fell flat on television. She went after moderator Whoopi Goldberg. The Chase host struggled to get her thoughts together on the show. She'd has been frustrated with her co-hosts lately, and it showed. Her snarky comments toward Joy and Whoopi continue to blow up in her face. During that broadcast, Sara Haines called out Whoopi for interrupting her. The View discussed the Supreme Court case that involved a graphic designer who refused to make a website for a same-sex couple. Sara mentioned a similar news story about a baker who refused to make a wedding couple for another same-sex couple. Sara noted that both of them have worked with same-sex clients in the past. That's when Whoopi interrupted her. Sara Haines called her out for speaking over her. The comedian assured her that she was listening. Sara forgot what she said, causing her to fall flat on her opinion. She was eventually able to pick up where she left off. What are your thoughts on Sara Haines calling out her rude co-hosts? Do you think they should stop interrupting her? Or do you think she needs to be more straightforward? Sound off below in the comment section. Check back with Chat Show News 24 for more news on Sara Haines. For more videos, like and share our video, and please don't forget to subscribe our channel.